Hello, hi there. Well, it's snow and it's approaching the holiday season and Christmas as well, which is fabulous, isn't it? So we've got snow all over the UK, which is wonderful. It's bringing a winter wonderland, so I thought we'd have a picture of snow here. Very festive. Well, I'm Eleanor Grace, and I'm coming to you from Psychic Destiny, and that is my show. And my website for all of you is gracedestiny.com. You can book direct as well to have readings, personal ones with me. Just be aware of the time difference from USA to the UK and also from Australia and South Africa. We had lots of calls coming in from South Africa who have managed to see the show as well. So that's even better. So keep them coming in. And of course, Canada, Europe, and UK and Ireland as well. So welcome to all of you who are watching right now. Now, we're doing some live psychic readings here, and it's about 7 o'clock in the evening here in the UK, and I know that in the USA it's early in the afternoon, around 2ish, and over in Sydney, Australia, it's very early in the morning, so we're going back even further. So for all of you early birds as well, welcome, welcome. Now, I use tarot cards. These are some of the oldest ones that I have. And these tarot cards really bring in the Greek mythology, which is really what you want to have when you're looking at perhaps some universal images and some sort of situations that you can't quite understand. So I do tend to rely upon some of my ancient cards. Now, these ones I've had for a very long time. And I think we've got Timothy here, who's come through straight on the line for a free psychic reading. Hello, Timothy. You're through to Eleanor Grace. How are you?
All right.
You're good. Okay. Well, that's a good, powerful voice that you've got there, Timothy. So I'm going to dive straight in and take you some tarot cards, which are from the mythic Greek debts. Now, this is a card here that I want to show to you. It sort of really puts you in a situation, Timothy, where you're not quite sure what to do. You go one way or the other, but you are being influenced very strongly from a person who's very important to you. This is a male, another man who is either a mate or family member even, but somebody who has influence over you that's trying to push you into a direction that you're not quite sure that you want to go into. Now, this could be very much around the workplace, and again, you're being told here that you've got a lot more to learn, that there's something else that you need to do, that you need to focus on in order to make money. And this is what you're doing here. You're making some money, and you're watching other people as well make their money. So you're good at instruction. You're good at really sending other people some of your skills and allowing other people to benefit a lot from what your knowledge is. So are you in that dilemma at the moment, Timothy, where you need to just assess which way you need to go, what direction you need to go in? Is that you? Are you really in that space right now? Come back and tell me.
No, I'm sad about a friend of mine in her situation.
Okay, so is this a male friend that's in a
No,
difficult...
female.
Okay. This is a very strong male influence around you. Maybe after this reading you'll think who that is, but it's somebody, a strong family member even, a brother, a person, a strong friend who is really trying to get a hold of you and say, look, just come this way. You're going to be fine. There is an ending. There's not a lot that you can do about that. So perhaps I'm jumping a little bit too further forward here into your reading, but you've got to draw a halt now to the circumstances that you find yourself in. And that's not your fault. Things have happened that have been out of your control, out of your ability even to sort of see what was coming towards you. So what I have, that I'm going to give to you, because we're covering the next few months now, is that you're drawing a halt to proceedings. There's nothing that you can do around your work and around your relationships. Everything seems to be imploding at the moment. But the good news is that this is temporary. This is very, very much a situation that will sort itself out. And this is such a difficult time when you're approaching Christmas and other people are, Timothy, that, now you've got to sort of try and make plans and you don't want anything to be spoilt, but you have to think of yourself first. Now, your situation with finances is also here. And this is where you will be starting to look at your income, making money, and having more in the sort of the coffin, sort of more in the coffers. This is money that's being earned and also that's coming to you. As the other people really responding very, very well to you and also to your plight. So good friends are here, good friends are around you. But I do think that a relationship has to stop before you can start to see where that may go again. Um, it's not an impossible situation though, Timothy, and I feel that this is the lady that is here. This is the next card. Now, it's interesting, isn't it? Because she didn't come out straight away. So she was sort of hiding her intentions, really. And I think that that's also what may well be happening to you, that she's hiding her intentions. She doesn't really want you to know quite what is on her mind. And this, I feel, is important now. You have got this lovely picture here of the world. This is about expansion, but it's also in the mythic deck. It's your world that is about to change, and it's changing for the better. And you are going to a very different space once you've got past the next 2 months. I have a timescale card here of 2. And I think that when you've got this sort of situation where the time scales are being noted down, you have really got to be thinking an awful lot about how you're proposing to move through the next few weeks. They're not difficult, and this lady here is in fact going to be around. She's talking to you. She's sort of wanting that conversation with you, wanting communication. Now, is that what's happened here, Timothy? Do you feel the stress of this situation where you're not quite sure what really is going on or what the intentions are? This lady that's in your life, she is certainly hiding. There's a hidden element around her. And I feel, Timothy, that you will certainly be given some respite quite soon. You've got the hermit here, and this is all about you keeping yourself very closed in many, many situations that you can't really do anything about. So let's just look at the crystal. We've got a crystal ball here, and this one is very Christmassy. You okay there, Timothy?
I'm upset because you're hitting right on everything.
I know, it's really upsetting. Look, I'm looking at the crystal. I want you to look at it if you can see it here. I know that you're upset. I can see the stress around you. I can see, the stress that's in the cards as well, because, they're very important, and you've really got to sort of address this situation. You can't do anything other than address it within the capacity that you have been given. So I'm looking here at the wonderful amount of sparkles that are here. You're being told that within a short space of time, things are going to look a lot better, that you will get ahead of this situation. You will be far, far more in control than you are at the moment. And this is not your fault. It really isn't your fault. There's stuff that's going on out there that you have no control over. So don't be downhearted, don't be down-spirited here. I feel that life is going to be surprising. Now, think about it this way. You're making money, other people respect you, they want to learn what you know. They want to learn how skilled you are, how good you are at really sorting out your life. So this is a blip. This is not a situation which is permanent or difficult. It's one to get over. It's one to get past. You might have to go through Christmas without that really being resolved. But come January and early February, Timothy, it's a different story altogether. I'm going to take you a card for early January and February, and let's just see what that one card will say to you as to what your longer term outcome is. And don't forget to make your wishes, because sometimes wishes really do come true. Well, here we got the Lovers. Wow, let me show you this. This is the Lovers card in the Mythic deck. Now, what this will actually represent to you is love in your life, but the lover, the person that is going to be your lover by your side, the intimate person, the intimate woman in your life. Now, this will also be a choice for you. So it's not straightforward. Life never is it? That's not what we're here for. We're here to negotiate our way through some of the difficult times as well as some of the great times. But this card, this promise from the crystal ball, is a lover for you. It's a person who you have a choice on. So there's some decisions to make, Timothy, but rest assured, they're happy ones. So I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Spirit is with you, by the way. I'll just give you the initial of M. That's coming through from a spirit level. So take that and it will all fit into place. But lots of love is being given to you today. So don't be sad, don't worry, and just move on now. Move on to the next phase. Timothy, thank you for coming through to Eleanor Grace and my psychic show. Wish you all the best, okay? Now, our next caller, I think, is due on the line any moment. And it's Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, really great. Getting ready for Christmas, and we've got no colds or COVID or illness or anything like that this year. So it's a very, very positive year, I think, for all of us. So, Kathy, let me see who is around you, because I know that you want to connect to spirit, don't you? And I feel that you've got, well, there's two ladies that I can see here on the one side of you and your energy spot, which is there somewhere. And over here, I've got two males, but they're different ages. One's sort of really quite ancient, maybe sort of great grandparents, great ancestors, and one's younger, so more on your level, more on a friendship basis as well, but lots of love that's coming in. The initial of A that I want to give you, this is coming in from spirit, and also some upliftment, because I feel that, you've got a lovely cheery voice, but, life has not been too great, has it? I've got here first card coming through for you. You can see the sailboats there, hopefully, on the mythic deck. And you can also see the dolphins as well, which are coming through right into the center of your picture and the center of your reading here. Now, this dolphin partnership, you're sailing away. You're sailing into the sunset, really, being very harmonious. But this is not a partner that I'm talking about. This will be a child or a very good friend, somebody that you're protecting and helping a lot at the moment. So is that true, Kathy? Are you taking somebody under your wing and showing them the way forward at the moment?
Well, I guess you'd say it was my son.
Yeah. It's usually
Because
a male.
I kind of take care of him.
Do you? Yeah. Well, you're the
Yeah.
star here. This is the star from the mythic deck, so the Greek deck. So it's Greek mythology, and it's all about aspiration and some really strong vibrations for happiness. And this is personal for you as well. And you taking the initiative, I think, with your son, this person that you're looking after, you're protecting, you're wanting the very best for. So well done to you, because, that's a lot. There's a lot to do, and it's hard as well when you're looking out for somebody else. We take it in our stride sometimes, but I feel that this now has been a moment. There's a moment for you where you will feel very, very much as though you've had enough almost. You've really sort of wanted to settle down and just give yourself a little bit more of a time here so that you can take things with a breeze and, with a skip in your step as well. Now, do you have a daughter, or did you have a daughter in spirit? There's a female spirit that is around you, but I feel that this is more complex than that. So is there a daughter? Let's start there. Do you have a daughter, Kathy?
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah, okay. And did you
Yeah.
lose a child at all? You did? Okay. Yeah? Is that a
Uh,
yes?
ye, many years ago, yes.
It doesn't matter how long ago, because spirit sort of stays there. And you're being given here a sort of reward, I think, because you've suffered a loss here in this regard. And so there's a soul in spirit who has been with you, sort of looking over you, that belongs to your soul group. And I feel that this is really coming into its own now, because you're going to be given a chance to sort of see that develop. So rewards will be brought in very many strange ways. And I feel that there's a lot to do with your son here that is bringing you a great deal of happiness, because you've got some movement on his particular sort of care and need at the moment. I think early into the new year, that will be resolved. So you're not going to be under the same level of concern, and you won't be
Okay.
having anything sort of being dashed on the rocks, which is how you're feeling at the moment. So there's only about 10% left, isn't there? You've really worn yourself out. Would you say that's true, that you've got this energy loss at the moment, that whew, I feel so heavy. I feel as though this is you wanting to just stop and just, have a rest, put your feet up and not really deal with the troubles. And it's more that mental strain, isn't it, that has been a real problem, I think, for you. Would you agree with that, Kathy?
Yes, I would say that. I've been, my son is off on his own now, and things are going to get much better for him. So
Yes, they
around
will. Yeah.
January, that's when I'm going to be able to sit back and say, okay, now you're on your own. You're making
Yeah.
money,
Yeah.
you're working, you're doing what you need
Yeah.
to do, and that leaves me, to take care of myself.
Free. Yeah, free to do all the things that you want to do. But I think that as carers, mothers, people who do reach out to others, it's easy to get sort of completely entrenched in that journey and forget about what we need for ourselves as well. And this is
Right.
where
Got it.
you've got this very sort of powerful picture of your son, who is able to literally ride his own horse out there into the
Yep.
future and take care of himself. And that's exactly what he is doing. And he's doing that with
Mhm.
love. So there's a lot of love between you and him, and mutual
Yeah.
respect. And I think that you will get that back as a reward. And I think that's coming back over time. So for the long shot,
Good.
that's a long way into the future, which is great for you. I'm just also going to take the crystal ball for you, because this is an opportune time for you to really absorb some of your own skills and your own hobbies. You're quite psychic yourself. I don't know if you were aware of that, if you realize that, but this is going to be a focus, I think, for you during
Mm.
2023. I think that you will want to investigate more and more about your own psychic development, and about, some of the opportunities that you have to find out. It's exploring, putting things into your mind, really making an effort as well to um, understand what happens on the various different levels of psychic development, and really listening to your own intuition, listening to your dreams, and making notes as well, making an awful lot of notes about how your life is progressing and whether you've had any predictions that come through in your dreams. So you will be developing yourself. I think this is one of the main areas that is interesting to you. But remember that I do have 2 males and 2 females here in spirit. So the 2 ladies that I have to the right of me, which is what I was explaining to you earlier in this reading, they've come a long, long way to actually meet you today. It's sort of, they're giggling a lot, so they know each other. They're relatives as well, so it must be mother, daughter. I feel this is your grandmother, your mother, that there are others as well in your family. Was there a very large family going back to your grandmother, was there?
Yes, very big family.
Very big family.
Yes.
So many people, you can't count them. That's what I've got here. The initial of A is important. I've said that before. Do you know an Alan?
I do know one. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is he to you? Who is Alan here to you?
He I used to visit a friend down here in Florida when I lived up north, and he was one of her friends, but I knew him. I knew him good. I knew him well.
Yeah.
He passed.
I was just going to say he's passed, and he can see you, and he's waving. You know, he's delighted. He tips his hat to you. I can see him tipping a hat.
Nice.
So he was a gentleman, wasn't he? He was a gentleman, Alan. Well, he's here. He's here to greet you, celebrating. And I've got the initial of S for sugar, Samantha. That sort of, it's an S. So does that mean anything to you? Who is S? And also Mary, it's got to be Mary or Marie that I'm seeing here. There's 2 little snowflakes that I've got together here in the crystal ball, and these snowflakes, they're just like little diamonds, but they're petals. Are those? Is that jewelry that you've got?
Yeah. Well, you might be picking up my grandmother, who her name was Mary Ann.
Right. Okay. So Zoe Ann. Yes. Did she like her jewelry? Is that why she's showing me this jewelry? It's earrings. You're going to get some. There's some earrings that you're receiving. It's a gift. It's a present that's coming from you. And also, I've got a man who was really walking away from you. Just going to put the crystal ball down a minute because I want to take some more cards here. I think they're quite important for you. Was that? Yeah, there's this lady that I've got that was a troublesome person here for you, somebody that perhaps interfered in a relationship or got in the way that you had to sort of really sort her out. Is that something that's happened to you here, Kathy? Because it's as though there was an intrusion in a relationship. Somebody got in between you and a man, and you had to deal with that in some way. So that's behind you, and I do feel that was an important breakthrough. There's a lot of female support as well. You've got friendship groups that are here that are being given to you from the Greek cards. Now, you must play this back because I feel that there's a lot of information here that you're not quite grasping or absorbing because it's a lot to take in, and we've only got a few minutes in this show to do that. So have a look back onto the video when it comes up and try to think about that past situation. And the reason that I'm bringing that up is because I've got really good times in 2023, and this does start January 1. It starts straight away. You're going to plan to do that. But not only that, you will be accessing, I think, just some some new vibrations, you know, it's that song, isn't it? Good vibrations. But I really genuinely see them around you, and you're being pushed from spirit here, pushed to go forward. There's an open pathway for you. And I think there's somebody new walking towards you who's going to cherish you and really value you as a friend
Oh,
and as
wonderful.
somebody, somebody that you can love a little bit, you know, and who can love you back. So Kathy, it's been
Great.
wonderful speaking to you, and do come through to my website and book a reading with me if you want anything more, and we can do a one-to-one like this. So thank you for joining us on this show, and I'll see you another time. Well, thank you to everybody for our snowy edition this week of my Psychic Destiny show. I'm Eleanor Gray, and I will see you in the very near future, probably next Tuesday, in fact, and enjoy all of the show hosts here on Moonstruck TV, and enjoy your week ahead. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.